Imagine standing on the edge of a giant cliff. The rock is so red, it looks like it is literally on fire against the evening sky.
Wow.
Yeah, and you look down, and you are holding a piece of a real 70-million-year-old dinosaur bone in your hand.
That sounds incredible.
Right. And then, just a day later, you find yourself exploring a hidden stone temple tucked away inside a maze of giant rocks right in the middle of an empty desert.
I mean, it sounds like a fantasy movie. But this is a real place. These are real things you can do today.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is Episode 3, Dinosaurs and Ancient Rocks. Today, our mission is to explore the secrets hidden in Mongolia's ancient rocks.
Exactly.
We are looking at Day 5 and Day 6 of the official travel itinerary for the Gobi Desert, specifically the Flaming Cliffs and Small Rock Mountain. And we are mixing that with real video diaries from travelers who have actually been there.
So we get to see what it is really like on the ground.
Yes. We are unpack of everything from the world's very first dinosaur eggs to some secret human histories.
And to do that, we have to step out of the green parts of Mongolia. We are going deep into the harsh but really beautiful desert.
Okay, let's unpack this. We will guide you step by step,
Yeah.
and we will keep the language clear and simple so you can easily picture this massive landscape.
Right, and no confusing textbook words today. The perfect place to start is the South Gobi Desert, specifically an area called Bayanzag.
Bayanzag. Now, in the traveler videos, this place looks like another planet.
It really does.
It is this huge dry area where the ground and the cliffs are made of bright red sand. Travelers call it the Flaming Cliffs. And looking at the videos, it is easy to see why.
Oh, definitely.
When the sun goes down, that low light hits the red dirt. The cliffs glow so brightly, it looks like the whole canyon is burning.
It is a stunning view. And, the red color actually comes from iron in the earth. It's basically rusting over millions of years.
Rusting, wow.
Yeah. But what is truly wild is the history. It was not always a dry desert. About 70 million years ago, this exact spot was green and wet. It was right next to an ocean.
That just blows my mind. You are walking on dry sand, but you are really walking on the bottom of a very ancient world.
Exactly.
Over millions of years, the earth shifted, the water dried up, and it became the Gobi Desert.
And as that mud dried into rock, it trapped some of the most important scientific secrets safely under the sand.
Which sets up this amazing discovery story from our sources. Back in the 1920s, an American explorer named Roy Chapman Andrews went into this desert.
Oh, this is a great story.
They had early cars and hundreds of camels. Now, some guides joke he was just trying to find a road to China and got completely lost.
Right.
Other sources say he was digging for ancient human bones. But he did not find humans, he found dinosaur bones.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is that his team made a discovery that changed science forever. They found the world's very first dinosaur eggs.
I remember reading that and thinking, wait, didn't we always know dinosaurs laid eggs?
Well, scientists guess they did.
Okay.
Because they are reptiles. But before this trip to the Flaming Cliffs, nobody had actual physical proof. They did not know for sure. Finding those eggs proved it to the whole world.
So it was a massive deal.
Huge. It showed the dinosaurs built nests and cared for their babies, kind of like birds do today. And the dry Gobi Desert was perfect for protecting those eggs for 70 million years.
But here's a question for you. When you take the 1-hour hike through the Flaming Cliffs today, you are walking on millions of red rocks.
Yes, stones everywhere.
So how do tourists today actually know if they are holding a dinosaur bone or just a regular rock? It seems like finding a needle in a haystack.
That is a great way to put it. It is incredibly hard to spot the difference.
Okay.
But the local Mongolian guides teach the tourists a fun trick.
The sticky test.
Exactly, the sticky test.
I saw this in the traveler videos. The guides tell you if you find a rock that looks like a bone, you should lick it with your tongue.
Yes, or just press a wet finger against it. If it's a real fossil, it will slightly stick to you.
Wait, really? Why does it stick?
Well, when the dinosaur bone turned into rock, over millions of years, it kept the exact shape of the bone. And bones naturally have tiny holes inside them, like a sponge.
Okay, I can picture that.
So the fossil also has those tiny holes. Regular desert rocks are totally solid. So when you put a wet tongue on a fossil, the tiny holes quickly suck in the water.
Ah, so it pulls on your tongue.
Right. It creates a tiny vacuum. That is why it feels sticky.
That is such a simple, cool trick. You just use the ancient sponge shape of the bone to test it.
Yeah, but you do have to be careful not to get too excited.
Right. Because in the videos, One traveler saw something half buried in the sand. They completely freaked out thinking it was a treasure.
And what was it?
They dug it out, and it was just a dropped 50 Tugrik paper bill, Mongolian money.
Oh no, not quite a 70-million-year-old dinosaur egg.
No, just a modern piece of paper. But still, hiking those red cliffs is an amazing feeling. Though, after a few hours of climbing in the hot sun, you're going to be so tired.
Oh, absolutely exhausted.
Which brings us to the next part of the trip. You are in the deep desert. There are no city hotels. How do you survive the cold night?
This is where the tourist Ger camp comes in.
Let's explain the word gyr. It is spelled G-E-R and pronounced like ger.
Simply put, it is a traditional round tent. Mongolian nomads have used them for thousands of years.
Right. Now, real nomads move their tents all the time to find fresh grass for their animals. But a tourist gyr camp is different, isn't it?
Yes. A tourist camp stays in one place. It is a permanent setup. It is kind of like glamping, glamorous camping.
Yeah, the videos show the inside, and it is very comfortable. You are not sleeping on the dirt. There is a real wooden floor.
And real beds with thick blankets.
But the best part is the wood-burning heater right in the middle of the room.
You really need that heater. The desert gets incredibly cold at night, even if it was hot during the day. That heater keeps you perfectly warm.
But I have to ask, what about the bathrooms and the food? I think a lot of regular travelers worry that it might be too difficult to stay in the desert.
That is a very fair question. But the camps are made for tourists. For bathrooms, it depends on the camp. Many have a big shared building with modern flush toilets and hot showers.
Oh, that is much better than I thought.
And some upgraded camps even have a private bathroom cabin attached right to your tent.
So it is very clean and easy. And for the meals, the travelers showed a large dining hall where everyone eats together.
Right. Now, traditional nomad food is made for survival. It is mostly meat, like mutton, which is sheep meat.
And it has a very strong taste, right?
Yes, very strong and fatty. But the camps know this might be too much for foreign visitors, so they adapt the food.
Like the Mongolian BBQ in the videos. They slice the meat very thin, cook it so it is very tender, and use spices we know.
Exactly. You get a hearty breakfast, a good lunch, and a nice warm dinner after your hike.
So you get the romantic feeling of sleeping in a nomad tent, but you still get a hot shower and an easy meal.
It is the perfect balance, and you need the rest, because on day 6, the landscape changes completely.
Here's where it gets really interesting. You drive north to the middle Gobi region. You are looking at flat desert for hours. Then suddenly huge towers of rock appear.
Just rising straight up from the ground.
Yes, they look like giant stone castles. This place is called Bagaga Grazarin Chulu, or Small Rock Mountain.
Though they don't look very small. This is granite, which is a very hard rock. The weather has carved it into beautiful shapes over millions of years.
The itinerary has you do a 1-hour hike here. And hidden inside these giant rocks is a tiny cave with a small water spring.
Just fresh water bubbling up in the desert.
And locals believe this water is holy, right?
Yes, they believe the water has special minerals that can cure eye diseases.
In the video diaries, you actually see the tourists washing their eyes with this cold spring water. It is a really quiet, peaceful moment.
It is. But as you walk deeper into the rocks, the history gets much heavier.
Yeah.
Hidden deep in the narrow gaps between these huge rocks are the ruins of an ancient Buddhist monastery.
A place where Buddhist monks, called lamas, used to live and pray. But these ruins did not just happen because of old age.
No, the monastery was destroyed. To explain impartially, in the late 1930s, there was a lot of political trouble and Soviet influence in Mongolia.
Right.
During that time, religion was strictly targeted. The Buddhist monks had to run away.
They ran into the desert to hide. And when you look at Small Rock Mountain, you understand why they picked it. The rocks are like a giant natural shield.
The gaps between the rocks are so narrow you can barely fit through. They tried to hide their temple inside this stone fortress.
But sadly, they were found. The temple was destroyed and many lives were lost. It is a very sad history.
It is. But what is beautiful is how people remember it today. When you visit the ruins, you will see two very special cultural symbols.
The first one is the ovu. I saw these everywhere in the footage. They look like little towers made of stacked stones.
Yes, an ovu. It is a local shrine. When visitors pass by, they walk around it 3 times. Then they pick up a small rock and add it to the pile.
So everyone helps build it.
Exactly. It is a way to pray, ask for a safe trip, and remember the people who passed away.
That is a beautiful way to show respect. And the second symbol you see are the kadag. These are colorful silk scarves tied to the rocks and trees.
They blow in the wind, and the colors have very simple, deep meanings.
Most of the scarves I saw were blue, but there were some white and yellow ones too. What do they mean?
Well, blue is the most sacred color in Mongolia. It
Oh,
means the eternal blue sky. Tying a blue scarf is a way to connect with heaven.
oh, I see. What about white and yellow?
White means you have a pure heart and good thoughts. And yellow is the color of wisdom and the Buddhist religion.
So you have these harsh gray rocks and then hundreds of bright blue and yellow scarves dancing in the wind. It turns a sad place into a really peaceful memorial.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, you realize the Mongolian desert is not just empty sand. It is a giant museum.
It really is. So let's summarize today's deep dive.
Yeah.
In just 2 days, you hike the red flaming cliffs to find ancient dinosaur eggs. You sleep comfortably in a warm tourist sker under the desert stars. And then you explore giant granite towers to find holy water and secret temples.
It is a journey through millions of years of time.
It totally changes how you see the world. And that leaves us with something to think about. The dinosaurs left their bones in the sand,
Yeah.
the monks left their hidden stone walls, and modern visitors leave blue scarves. Everyone leaves a mark. It makes you wonder, what kind of marks are we leaving behind for explorers to find 70 million years from now?
Wow. That's a great question to think about long after the trip is over.
Thank you for taking this deep dive into the Gobi Desert with us. Keep learning and keep exploring the amazing stories hidden all around you. Goodbye.